Where on earth is Atlantic Canada? And what does it even mean by Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program? Like, is it the Atlantic Ocean? Is it still Canada? What's Atlantic Canada? Is it just Canada? What does it mean? Hey, welcome to our question and answer Tuesday video. I know question and answer used to be formally on Monday, and as you find time goes by, we will shift our schedules slightly, and I know that you guys will be very accommodative of that wonderful change. So now our question and answer video is on Tuesday. So post your questions in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and ask us questions there, or send us an email at astoldbycanadianimmigrants@gmail.com. So let's get on to this week's question. Where on earth is Atlantic Canada? What kind of jobs are available on the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program job list? And if I come to Atlantic Canada through this program, can I bring my spouse? Very good question. Very timely question. Let's get into it. All right, so let us do a little bit of a geography lesson. So I'm going to be like the weather person. I'm going to step to the side here and say, well, over here we have some scattered showers. All right, let's bring up a map of Canada right here. And if you know the Northern American continent, which includes the USA and Canada, there's an east and there's a west. Sorry, there's a west and there's an east. The furthest most west part of Canada is British Columbia or Vancouver. The furthest most east portion of Canada is Atlantic Canada, sort of. So Atlantic Canada comprises of 4 provinces. There's New Brunswick, there's Nova Scotia, there's Prince Edward Island, and there is Newfoundland and Labrador. And those 4 provinces make up Atlantic Canada. And to give you just some perspective, here's where Toronto is. Toronto is in the middle, kind of, sort of ish. So there's Toronto is here, there's Alberta down there, there's Vancouver all over here, and then over on the east, or the right hand side, if you're looking at the map, if you're not north, south, east, westy persons, that's where Atlantic Canada is. So it's the furthest east part of Canada, the furthest eastern provinces of Canada. So if you are going to Canada through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, you're going to one of these 4 provinces. And I'm sure that if you are actually going through the program, you are well aware of that. But for those who are new to the program, that's where Atlantic Canada is. Secondly, what kind of jobs are available on the job list? Now, I'm going to give you some of the jobs. I'm not going to give you in any particular order or in any particular province. I'm going to give you some of the jobs that I have seen on the list, since I have access to the list because I've purchased it myself as well. Here are some of the jobs on the list in no particular order. You have a corporate sales manager. Fancy. Senior developer of JavaScript specifically. You have an early childhood educator or just an educator. Truck driver, hairstylist, nail technician, dental technician, registered nurse, a cook, restaurant manager, housekeeper, graphic designer, construction project manager, fancy, engineer, guest services agent / hotel front desk, a janitor, an acupuncturist, or a 2/3D drafter. And that's just some of the jobs on the list. Now, that is not all of them. Those are just a few that I wanted to bring to light to give you guys an idea of what they're looking for over there, or to see if professional jobs like project managers or engineers, or even if you're a hairstylist, if that's a potential place for you to go to. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. But of course, remember to check out our Express Entry versus Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program video to get just a brief introduction to the different programs through which you can go for the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. And it Based on those different programs, it determines which category any of these jobs fall into and what the requirements are for you if you are trying to go through one of these programs to one of those jobs. So check out that video. Also check out our job database. That is where I got this list of jobs from our Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program job database. It is a database that someone has taken the time out to create to give you a list, very categorized list of all the jobs available in Atlantic Canada from the designated employers. So check that list out. Click the link in the description below, and also there's a little I thing that's here that will give you access to some more videos to give you more about that program. But check out that list if you are coming here to Canada, or if you're trying to find a job through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. This list is going to be very beneficial to help you to identify what jobs are available, what you can apply to, and also giving you contact information for employers in Atlantic Canada so you can apply directly to them. So click the link in the description below, click that I, check out that list, and I wish you all the best. Our third question comes at a very timely time, because the answer to this question only became the answer on June the 1st. And it's a little bit past June the 1st right now, but only just a month. So the question is, if I come to Atlantic Canada through the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, will I be able to bring my spouse? Now, as of June 1st, 2019, I love how they're just like always updating and making it easier for us. Yes, you can bring your spouse, and your spouse is able to apply for an open work permit, which I think is a big deal, because your work permit, Mr. or Mrs. applicant of the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, will be a closed work permit. You will come and work for that specific company for whatever length of time, and you are to remain at that company until such time has passed. Now, that is an arbitrary statement, because there's so many rules around different job contracts and everything that I can't give you an example of how long or whatever. I don't know. But then your spouse can come, get an open work permit, and work wherever they want to work. I like that. I like that a lot. And I think that a second question has come in. It's a similar question, but less about the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program and more about, if I'm coming as a student, can I bring my spouse with me so that they can go where work and pay the bills? Yes, you can. I have known of several couples who have come here as students. One comes as on a student visa, and within that application they also apply for a work permit for their spouse, and they are granted an open work permit. So either the husband or wife comes and goes to school, and the other spouse goes and works. And I feel like that is very helpful in supporting the family and trying to help with the income, because you gotta pay them bills still, and it's not cheap to come here or live here. It ain't cheap. So that answers that question, and I'll give you some helpful links in the description below as to where you can find information about that open work permit, either for Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, or if you're coming here as a student or on some other program and would like your spouse or common law partner to come here with you. So I think that answers that question, and I always appreciate spending time with you guys and sharing my experience and my knowledge with you. So check out the links in the description below. Check out the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program job list. It will be very helpful if you're coming here through that program. Also, it is very beneficial to come to Canada with a job already secured. There's no guarantee that if you come here through some other program that is not job or employer driven, that you will get a job or you'll get the job you want. Now, I say that, and I want you to take that with a grain of salt, because I don't want you to be discouraged. If you come here and you don't get the job that you want immediately, that's okay, right? It's going to take some time for you to get into the Canadian system and to work your way up there, but just be patient with the process, be patient with yourself, and keep the faith. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free to subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and click like if you like this video. I will see you in the next video.